Wrapping up your NBA weekend from Washington, D.C., a capacity crowd at the Verizon Center. Tonight, Game 4 between the #1 seed in the East, the Indiana Pacers, and the 5th-seeded Washington Wizards. Indiana back-to-back wins. They lead the best of 7, 2-1. George, pump fake on a 3, pulls up for 2. Book it. Indiana starting to get back to who they are. Rugged, stingy defense. George, the redirect to the hoop. Paul George. Indiana, though, is 6 of 7 from the field. Washington, very little resistance on this end of the floor. George, mismatch. A floater, Paul George. Poked away by Ariza. George goes to the backcourt. We are past the halfway point of this first quarter. George takes the opening, drives in, Nene there, and George sticks with the play for the deuce. Washington cuts it to 1. George, a bounce for West. One-on-one with Nene, no help. George, a bomb for 3. Paul George from deep. Ariza makes his move, turns the corner, and misses on the inside.
Good job by Hibbert running down the floor, getting back in the sight there of Ariza.
George, a lot of contact. It's a blocking foul. The crowd was really taken out of Game 3 because of Washington's lackluster performance. They have been fully engaged from the very start here tonight in Game 4. Hill on a kick. George fires the 3 and hits.
Give Hibbert the assist for that play. That's why you want your big men in there doing what big guys are supposed to do.
5 on the timer. Paul George, a 3. Wall, the crossover, stumbles and turns it over. George pushing it up the floor. Hill doesn't take the 3. Wall recovers. George goes to the outside. A 3-ball. He's got it.
It was such a great job of Washington hustling back in transition. It's just that you have to complete the play with communication.
9 to shoot, 20 seconds to play in the third. Washington up by 4. George fires over Ariza. Bullseye for 3.
He's feeling it.
24 points. He's got 4 threes in the third quarter. Indiana has cut it to 1. Shot clock is down to 3. Down to 2. George beats the shot clock and scores! Plus the foul. Paul George is locked in. 27 points for George. We're tied at 74. Here's Beal on a cross and a pull-up. Doesn't go. Bradley Beal is now 7 of 13 from the field. Kick out for George. Offers up the 3 and hits. Paul George. Big numbers, 30 points for George. George, step back 3. Oh, it's good and a foul! Paul George with a chance at a 4-point play.
Paul George at the baseline. The screen has come up. Coach said, yeah, I called that play. I did a good job on that.
Shot clock is down to 10. Washington holding on to a 1-point lead. George, the drive to the rim. Foul called. We're tied at 91. And that's 39 now for Paul George. 1-point lead for Indiana. Washington down by 3. Ariza looking for the open man. Can't get it to Beal. George tracks it down. 2 seconds. 1.7. And it's out of bounds. Indiana's got it. And Washington will not even get a shot off. Scola gets it in for George. And that's it. The Pacers rally from 19 down and take a commanding 3-1 lead in the series.
Paul, congratulations. A few hugs for you and Hibbert here. A huge defensive play by you down the stretch, but just your offense, 39 points, 12 rebounds. Did you feel as though you need to carry your team with the way they started this game?
I mean, they got off to a great start. You know, we didn't take care of the ball. We turned it over. And we know as good as everybody. I mean, you get this team fast break baskets, they're going to do some special stuff, and this crowd is going to go crazy. So we just did a great job of, staying poised, staying collected. We didn't think this game was over with by a long shot. We came out in the second half and executed.
Helping you out, Roy Hibbert, and he talked about it after Game 2, the fishing trip, and how you helped him. How is it to see this confidence out of him right now?
It's great. It's great. He's found himself. It's the reason why, we've been winning games because, he's been playing at a high level. So, as fishing does for me, I know it make everybody happy. So I'm glad he came out on the boat with me.
3-1 now, headed back to Indiana. How confident are you that you guys can close this series out on Tuesday?
Well, I mean, we gotta, we can't expect it to be easy. We gotta go home, stay poised still, and I know it's gonna be a crazy environment, but we gotta play. We gotta bring our A game because this team is coming.
I suggest a fishing trip.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'm
Guys.
right there.